What's up, guys, and welcome to another Beast Watch. If you've never seen Beast Watch before, what we do is review the latest episode of our favorite superhero shows, and we do divulge in all the full spoilers of this show. Spoiler warning. So, if you haven't seen the latest episode of your favorite show, you might want to go watch that and then come on back here to check out this episode of Beast Watch. So with that said, tonight we're talking about Gotham Season 1, Episode 13, called Welcome Back, Jim Gordon. A couple of really cool key things happened on tonight's episode of Gotham. Usually the whole show is supposed to be revolving around the uprising of Jim Gordon and the GCPD and Gordon's early career, and usually that's the part of the show I look forward to the least. But tonight, I was pleasantly surprised with Jim Gordon's whole story and involvement in tonight's episode. So there's an inside job at GCPD. Somebody was murdered, and Gordon knows that it's this man Arnold Flask, and he kind of mans up and he's able to rally the cops behind him. And it's really kind of like frowned upon to accuse other cops of being responsible for a crime of such a nature. But he's warned about it, and he's got to go with his gut, and he's got to make a point. So he really mans up in this episode, and I like that a lot. There's a point where he throws this guy in jail, and Bullock asks him if he's trying to make a point, and he's like, "You're goddamn right, I'm trying to make a point." And I was a big fan of Jim Gordon tonight. He did a lot of cool stuff. He really brought in a victory for Gotham. And the GCPD in general, the whole justice system needed this win, and I was pleasantly surprised by the whole Jim Gordon storyline tonight. We got a little bit of the Penguin tonight. He was owning his nightclub, he was showing his mom around, and they had a really weird kind of relationship. And then, of course, Fish, Mooney, and Butch get set free. They break free rather, and then Fish Mooney comes to find the Penguin at her nightclub, and he just starts begging her for forgiveness pretty much. But then the Penguin had a really good moment tonight. He finally stood up to Fish Mooney. He told her, "I was working for Falcone the whole time, and you had no idea." She did not like this, and then of course everything was broken up by Zazz, who came in guns blazing into Fish Mooney's place. But that was a really good moment for Penguin tonight, so a little bit of more interesting breakthrough for him than usual. We also welcome back tonight Bruce and Alfred for the first time since the season went on its mid-season break, and there's a little bit of a tiff between Bruce and Selena Kyle. She seems to have cut ties with Bruce now, and she, I don't really know, I think her motives are just kind of like, she doesn't want this innocent kid brought into her world, or maybe she's offended because Bruce offers her a chance to come live with him. He thought they were friends. There was a really cool scene. He thought he was really upset. He didn't think he was upset. He was upset. And Alfred comes in and he's kind of like, "Should we get the broom to clean up this mess, or you just want to keep crying?" And Bruce is like, "Get the broom, Alfred." So we see a lot of Bruce's determination and just will to move on. His skin is getting thicker and thicker as he overcomes these trials and tribulations. So that was really cool. I was happy to see Bruce and Alfred back on the screen. They're, as expected, my favorite parts of this show. And I'm really liking the way that Bruce is starting to take form of the Bruce Wayne that we all know and love. And I'm really digging this take on Alfred too. So Fish does get free. A couple things I would have liked to have seen tonight. There's a point where Fish and Butch are being chased down the alley in this like underground kind of part of the restaurant or the club, and Zazz comes walking in, guns blazing. He's got his troops with him. Zazz is a psychopath. He's a mass murderer. But I was thinking like, okay, great. Zazz is going to be my saving grace right now and end this plot line. It's all well and good. I saw what they were doing. I'm kind of ready to move on now. This whole season has been revolving around Fish and the Penguin's relationship with all the other crime lords of Gotham City, and I'm just kind of over it. I'm ready to move on, but Fish does get away. Butch gets shot and taken into captivity. I don't really know what his storyline is going to be. We'll find out next week, I suppose, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen that plotline come to an end. Maybe Zazz could have just took him out, and we could have just moved on. Zazz, by the way, is a pretty different interpretation of him in the show. He's got a little bit of that twisted edge that we're used to seeing in the Batman comic books, but I like it. I like this guy who's playing him. I don't know his name offhand, but I like the take of Zazz. I just am a little disappointed that he didn't follow through with the murdering of Fish. He got away. Not that he didn't follow through, it's in the writing, but yeah, Fish got away, so we're gonna have to see some more of her during this season, but who knows how much more. One last interesting thing is, at the end of the episode, Fish is making her escape from Gotham City. She wants to flee the city and kind of go, and I'm assuming she's going to go get her plan of attack and retaliation ready. So she's leaving Gotham, but she does intend to come back, and Bullock's there kind of begging her not to come back for her own safety. And then they share a kiss, which is interesting. It sheds a little bit more light on their past, and who knows, maybe their current relationship. I guess we'll have to wait and find out about that. But those were pretty much the biggest points to take away from tonight's episode. Overall, it was a pretty good episode. It was one of the better ones. Gotham kind of loses me here and there. I keep on watching because I love Batman and I love all the Batman lore involved in the show. So this episode gave me a little bit more hope that maybe some cooler stuff is on the way. But what did you guys think of tonight's episode of Gotham? Let me know in the comments below. And remember to subscribe right here to the Level Up Network to catch an episode of Beast Watch right after all of your favorite shows. If you're a Gotham fan, you're going to want to subscribe to catch our episode next week because there is a special 2-hour Gotham event coming on, and I will be right here, of course, to go over and discuss all of that with you guys. I'm excited for it. Maybe some bigger things will start happening. Who knows? Subscribe and come on back to find out what I think about all that. And as always, you guys, for the Level Up Network, I am the Beast NJ. And until we meet again, sit back, relax, and enjoy the shows.